Knock on a wooden table and it pushes back. Your senses tell you that objects are solid and the space between them, the air, the vacuum of space, is a vast empty void. For centuries, classical physics agreed with this common sense. If you zoomed in close enough, the universe was assumed to be constructed of tiny, indivisible solid marbles, atoms, bumping into each other across an otherwise blank stage. Modern physics has dismantled that picture. The void is crowded with activity, and those tiny particles have no solidity. In the early 19th century, electricity and magnetism were thought of as objects reaching across empty space to pull or push each other. Michael Faraday pictured something different. He realized that a magnet or an electric charge actively changes the space surrounding it. This mathematical formula shows Faraday's concept in action. The E stands for an electric field, and it's defined precisely by the physical force, the F, that a small test charge Q experiences at any given location. The field assigns a physical value to every single point in space. Faraday mapped an invisible influence. By doing so, he took the crucial first step in proving that empty space possesses a physical structure. Faraday had brilliant physical intuition, but it was James Clerk Maxwell who translated those invisible forces into a rigorous mathematical framework. Here, Maxwell synthesized known forces, proving electricity and magnetism are two aspects of one unified electromagnetic field. The math revealed a chain reaction. A changing electric field creates a changing magnetic field, and vice versa. This disturbance detaches, traveling through space as a self-sustaining ripple. When Maxwell calculated the speed of this field ripple, it matched the measured speed of light. Light itself, he realized, was an electromagnetic wave. The light hitting your eyes right now is a continuous, rippling wave of energy propagating through the electromagnetic field. This elegant wave theory soon hit a wall. When physicists tried to use classical equations to explain how heated objects emit radiation, the math broke down entirely, predicting impossible amounts of energy. In 1900, Max Planck found a mathematical fix. He discovered the measurements only made sense if matter and radiation exchanged energy in strictly discrete packets. This equation, E equals hf, shows the rule he uncovered. The energy, E, of these packets, which Planck called Quanta, is strictly proportional to their frequency. You can only trade energy in exact multiples of this base unit. Albert Einstein took this further, arguing that light itself behaves as if its energy is concentrated into individual, distinct packets, later named photons. Einstein used this to explain the photoelectric effect. When you shine light on a metal surface, a single incoming photon transfers its precise bundle of energy to knock loose one single electron. Nature presented a profound contradiction. Light spreads and travels through space like a continuous wave, but the moment it interacts with matter, it behaves like a discrete, indivisible particle. The path out of this paradox began with Paul Dirac. He developed an equation respecting both early quantum mechanics and Einstein's special theory of relativity. The result of this work led to a radical description of reality. Dirac's math describes a universe composed entirely of quantum fields. What we perceive as a solid object is actually a localized excitation. Energy added to a field forms a ripple. That ripple is the particle. An electron is a peak in the electron field, a photon in the electromagnetic field, quarks in the quark field. Physicists like Richard Feynman mapped out how these fields talk to each other. He developed famous diagrams to calculate these events, but they are mathematical accounting rather than literal photographs of tiny spheres crashing together. Interactions are essentially mathematical rules describing how these overlapping fields exchange energy, spawning new ripples or annihilating existing ones. This raises an immediate problem. If you, the Earth, and the stars are just rippling excitations in various energy fields, why do objects feel heavy? Where does mass come from? Peter Higgs and his colleagues found the answer. They proposed a highly unusual field permeating the universe, where the lowest possible energy state is not zero. Because of this shape, the Higgs field naturally settles into a resting state that carries a permanent background value throughout space. When fundamental particles interact, or couple, with this background field, their energy-momentum relationship changes, and we measure the result as mass. What keeps this massive, vibrating system from falling into absolute chaos? Why do these interacting fields always obey strict physical rules, like the conservation of energy? That profound answer came from Noether. Look closely at this continuity equation. It represents her theorem. Every continuous symmetry in nature guarantees a corresponding conservation law. If the laws of physics remain unchanged as time moves forward, energy is strictly conserved. Mass, momentum, and the fundamental forces of nature emerge automatically as the inevitable byproduct of quantum fields interacting under the constraints of deep mathematical symmetries. Look again at that solid wooden table and the seemingly empty air around it. The atoms making up the wood and the photons of light bouncing off it to reach your eyes are transient. They are quantized ripples routinely conjured from raw energy and just as easily destroyed. The only permanent structures in reality are the fields themselves, an invisible, infinite web extending through every inch of space. Your physical body, the planet beneath you, and the most distant stars in the sky are entirely constructed from this invisible fabric. You are a highly complex, vibrating harmony of localized excitations across a dozen overlapping fields. These are literal descriptions of nature, verified millions of times a second inside underground detectors the size of cathedrals. The deeper physics looks, the less empty the universe appears. Beneath everything we see lies an awe-inspiring, deeply intelligible order.